Good evening to everybody, and we're having a few adjustments. Good evening and welcome to this next in our live stream series. I think I'm talking at the right camera, yes? Right, yeah. Leon and I have been fiddling around. We've changed a few things with lighting and some sound, so I hope everything's on the right track. We're on the right camera for the sound. Good evening, this is our live stream on Wednesday, the 14th of June. It's been quite a break. It's been more than 2 weeks since our last session, so welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Hope you can join me. My name is Christopher Daigan, and this is coming to you from my home in KwaZulu-Natal. And I hope you can join me for the next hour of our Wednesday Piano Hour session, which is a usual contrast of music from various sources, from various genres and styles, in a very easygoing and I think quite energetic, uplifting, and beautiful framework for you this evening. Once again, if you are unable to support me, if you are able, if you are watching these regularly, please do consider donating and supporting with this program. It really does help me keep everything going and keep them going out for free. Tonight on our website, on YouTube, and also on my Facebook page at Christopher Daigan Pianist. You'll find this stream going up there. And tonight I'm playing a selection of music starting off with music by Jan Tiersen, very famous contemporary Dutch composer, moving on to some classics by Grieg and Chopin, ending off with one of my own pieces, South American tango, and then music by Scarlatti and Beethoven. Normally I start with Scarlatti and Beethoven. We're turning it around on its head this evening, starting off with the more contemporary music and ending off with the very vibrant and uplifting classics. And someone, of course, who needs no introduction to having the cue of coming in at the right spot is, of course, Little Lucy. Hello, Little Lucy. How are things today? Yes, Little Lucy is doing fine. How's everything? It's just perfect. Yes, I know. Little Lucy's thinking that everything is just absolutely fine because Lucy is warm and cozy with a little winter coat on. Yes, I think you are due for a visit to Wagging Tails. I'm surprised they haven't called to find out where little Lucy is. And yes, Lucy's going to come and enjoy the music. So I am going to start off. Leon, I see the humidifier has popped on. Is there any chance you can squeeze through just around the corner? Do you mind? I'm going to start off with music by Jan Tiersen from two pieces from his soundtrack for Amélie, the film Amélie, Le Moulin and Comptine d'un autre été. Two very famous, two popular pieces. I know many people enjoy this music. I'll then move on to a little composition by Claude Debussy, Le Fil aux Cheveux de Lin, The Girl with the Flaxen Hair. Another beautiful little composition, keeping on the French mood. And then back to Jan Tiersen with his composition Pern from the selection of the album Usha, a very contemporary piece. Really popular. I know people enjoying this. For those of you who are working, for those of you who are working on assignments, perhaps studying, it's that time of year, end of term, university, exams coming up. Enjoy this music in a very relaxing and calming atmosphere. Starting off this evening's program, their selection of music, 3 pieces by Jan Tiersen from the film Amélie, and then from his more recent composition Usha, and in between that, The Girl with the Flaxen Hair by Claude Debussy. Really, really magical music. There's something very special about the music in there. From a performance point of view, I can tell you that every time I play that, there's always another layer somehow. There always seems to be another level of something, a voicing or a phrasing or something that's always just presenting itself, which is, I think, the sign of really interesting music, that there's subtleties and flexibilities which are always just beyond you. A little bit of mystery in the music. Fascinating it is. Moving on to 2 compositions by classical composers, Edvard Grieg and his very famous Wedding Day at Trollhaugen. This is a celebration of his wedding anniversary, his silver wedding anniversary, a gift to his wife. As I've mentioned before, there's a rather unfortunate translation, probably from the original Norwegian, that called it a memorial gift. I don't think that's quite the correct English term, but rather a celebratory gift to his wife on their wedding anniversary, celebrating their wedding day at their home village, Trollhaugen. And then straight after that, beautiful composition, staying with the exotic, from my friend Catherine, who is in Mallorca again today, swimming. Yes, Wendy Pop. How's little Wendy Pop? Wendy Pop wants to go swimming in Mallorca. You also want to go swimming in Spain. Yes, we all want to go swimming in Spain. It would be quite fun. Catherine, my friend Catherine, went to go and visit Chopin's museum in Mallorca today at Valldemossa. And what a, that's one experience I would love to have. I've been to Spain, that part of the world, several times, but never been to the island of Mallorca. And such a wonderful trip to see that place where Chopin wrote the piece that I'm about to play, the Raindrop Prelude. He wrote in this abandoned monastery the Preludes, Opus 28. It was a very tumultuous expedition. And they were banished from the town and only could find accommodation in this abandoned monastery on top of the hill because there was a scare of his tuberculosis. They thought that he had tuberculosis. And so the town doctor banished them, these visitors, rather wayward visitors, Chopin and Georges Sand, the Baroness Dudevant, to the top of the hill. And here he wrote this very intense and very imaginative, very dramatic music, including this Raindrop Prelude, which is said to embody this dripping of water leaking through the roof of the cell, the apartment which they were in. And after that, a little bit of upliftment. We need a popular song from, well, I'll leave it to you, you'll discover it. A little bit of upliftment after that. So this is Grieg's Wedding Day at Trollhaugen, the Raindrop Prelude, and an improvised surprise. That, of course, the beautiful Hallelujah, Leonard Cohen's classic number. Bit of an improvisation around that. And before that, two contrasted pieces, Edvard Grieg's Wedding Day at Trollhaugen and the Raindrop Prelude from the Preludes Opus 28 by Frederick Chopin. Piano stool, I forgot the trick is that sometimes I play on pianos which are a little bit lower than this, and I wind the piano stool down to its lowest level, and that starts the creaking. And I suddenly remembered if I just raise it ever so slightly, the creaking largely, not completely, but largely disappears. I'm going to end off this evening's program with a selection of pieces, starting off with one of my own compositions from the KwaZulu-Natal landscapes, the KZN landscapes, piece which is going to fit quite nicely together with that Hallelujah of Leonard Cohen you just heard. The piece called Lions River, various scenes around KZN that I was inspired by. Straight after that, one of my favorites from the South American Brazilian composer Ernesto Nazareth called Gold Over Blue. Order of So Azure, I think, Portuguese, Brazilian title. Gold Over Blue, very lovely piece that I really like. And then I end off with uplifting, brilliant and quite energetic, exciting music by Domenico Scarlatti, one of the 500 sonatas. This is K475, very brilliant little piece in E flat. And then the very vibrant, very energetic, uplifting sonata, opus 22, from Ludwig van Beethoven. This is a composition that Beethoven himself thought to be his best music up to that point. Written in about 1800, the Sonata Opus 22, not a very often played piece of music of Beethoven's 32. Beethoven wrote 32 masterpieces, but when you compare the last three, the Appassionata, the Waldstein, the Moonlight and the Pathetique, even these great pieces are just overwhelmed by the magnitude of those incredible sonatas. I mean, the Hammerklavier, the Les Adieux, they're just some of the most profound and most complex and engaging music ever written for the piano. That when you look at some of the lesser played sonatas, they are still great pieces, great masterworks, but they're just not in the same league, challenging complexities as the greatest of his sonatas. The poorer relatives, but still magnificent in their own right. So this is the sonata, the first movement for Sonata Opus 22 that Beethoven even thought was, as I say, was his greatest at that point. So my own piece, Ernesto Nazareth, Scarlatti and Beethoven to end this evening's program. good way to end the program. Playing everything a little bit backwards today. As I said in the beginning, I was starting with the contemporary meditative music, ending off with the very direct sounds there of Scarlatti and Ludwig van Beethoven. Before that, one of my own pieces, and the Tango at Nesta Nazareth, Tango Gold Over Blue. Brings us to an end of this evening's program. We hope you've enjoyed the selection of music. Thank you to Leon, technical support again. Please keep watching. Of course, I'll be back on Saturday evening with more in our classical program, more classical music for you on Saturday night in our in-concert session. Please keep supporting me. For those of you who are, and if you aren't and you are watching regularly, I am grateful for every support and every donation that does come through. You'll find the details on my website at the live stream page. Thank you for coming along tonight. Thank you for your little pitter-patter of feet. Maybe we're going to have a little visit from, yes, here comes little Lucy again, hearing my voice. Come on, Lucy. Come on, you got a big, oh, you're looking a little bit slow this evening. Yes, what's wrong? Yes, all the music. I've been playing the piano and ignoring you. Why are you always playing the piano and ignoring me? You must give me attention. Because I'm little Lucy, the star of the live stream sessions, the star. Who's the star? It's little Lucy. It's me. Yes, little Lucy. Yes, little Lucy, we can see you. Thank you very much for coming along tonight. We look forward to seeing you at our next session on Saturday.